Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a journey through the medieval history of Rome, a city that, despite its decline from imperial grandeur, remained a center of power, faith, and resilience. In the next few minutes, we will explore the evolution of Rome in the Middle Ages through three key chapters: the fall and transformation of the city, the rise of papal power and conflict, and the cultural and societal landscape that defined everyday life. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD, Rome entered a period of political instability and decline. Once the heart of a vast empire, the city faced waves of invasions, economic decay, and population decline. The grandeur of the Colosseum and the Roman Forum stood as fading remnants of past glory. The city, once home to over 1 million people, dwindled to a mere few tens of thousands, struggling to survive amid war and famine. Yet Rome did not vanish, it transformed. The once great imperial capital evolved into a fragmented and fortified city. Noble families and religious institutions built towers and walls, creating a patchwork of power struggles. While emperors no longer ruled from Rome, a new force emerged, the papacy. During the Middle Ages, Rome became synonymous with the papacy. The city evolved into the spiritual heart of Christianity, with the Pope emerging as both a religious and political leader. The Church filled the vacuum left by the fallen empire, providing stability and governance. Rome saw the rise of magnificent churches, including the first iterations of St. Peter's Basilica. However, papal authority was not unchallenged. Throughout the medieval period, Rome was a battleground for power struggles between the Pope and secular rulers, particularly the Holy Roman Emperors. The investiture controversy, for example, was a defining moment where popes and emperors clashed over the right to appoint church officials. Internal factional conflicts between noble Roman families, such as the Colonna and Orsini, further destabilized the city. Rome oscillated between independence, foreign rule, and times of rebellion, but through it all, the papacy cemented its place in history. Despite the turmoil, life in medieval Rome was rich with religious devotion, trade, and cultural shifts. The city's economy revolved around pilgrimage, as thousands traveled from across Europe to visit the sacred sites. Merchants and artisans thrived by catering to these visitors, selling religious relics, artwork, and providing accommodations. Architecture in medieval Rome reflected its complex history. Ancient Roman structures were repurposed into churches, fortresses, and residences. The city's layout adapted to medieval needs, with winding streets, small markets, and fortified homes replacing grand avenues and imperial monuments. Education, preserved largely by monastic scholars, kept classical knowledge alive, setting the stage for the Renaissance. Rome's medieval period was one of survival and reinvention. While no longer the capital of an empire, it remained an essential center of faith and history, laying the foundation for its future resurgence. Rome in the Middle Ages was a city of contrasts: decline and renewal, conflict and devotion, darkness and light. Though its imperial past had crumbled, the city never lost its importance. It was in these medieval streets that the seeds of the Renaissance were sown and the legacy of Rome endured. As we reflect on this fascinating period, we recognize the resilience of a city that has continuously shaped the course of history.